Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Viswanathan and Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. This is a game from Tata Steel Masters tournament played in 2019. Viswanathan had white pieces and he started with e4. Mamedyarov played c6, d4, d5, the Caro-Kann defense, e5, the advanced variation, white to move, c5 was played. Bishop to f5 is by far the most played move. c5 in the style of the French defense. D takes on c5, e6, knight to f3, bishop takes pawn on c5. White has the space advantage, but the pawn on e5 is not supported by the d pawn. Black has two pawns against one white pawn in the center. Anand played a3, intending b4, knight to e7, bishop to d3, knight to g6, and both players castled kingside, knight from b to d2, knight to c6, b4, bishop to b6, white to move. Bishop to b2 is a move quite often played in this position, but then black plays knight to f4, intending knight takes bishop on d3. Back to our game. The bishop didn't wait to be attacked. Anand played bishop takes knight on g6. Kaboom! The general rule says that you should capture towards the center. Mamedyarov played f takes on g6. This move gives more power to Mamedyarov's rook. Knight to b3, bishop to d7, rook to e1, a5, b5, naturally gaining the space on the board, knight to e7, a4, rook to c8, bishop to e3 opposing the bishop on b6, bishop takes on e3, rook takes bishop, knight to f5, attacking the rook. White to move. What is the best square for the rook? Anand played rook to d3. This is a very deep move. g5 threatening g4. h3, b6, white to move. This is the critical position of the game. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Anand played c4. The move is much stronger than what you would think at first. c4 yourself. Rook takes on c4. If d takes on c4, rook takes on d7. Rook takes on c4. What did Anand have in mind when he sacrificed the pawn? Please pause and find the best move for white. Did you pause? What did you find? Did you find this? Rook takes on d5, confidence-shattering move. Black to move. White is threatening rook takes bishop on d7. Rook to f7. If pawn takes rook, then queen takes on d5 check. And after king to h8, queen takes on c4. White is a pawn up in a better position. After say h6, rook to c1. Black would not find a way back in the game. So we have rook to f7, rook to d3, going back to his post and waiting for another opportunity to strike. g4. Should white take the pawn on g4 or play something else? If pawn takes pawn on g4, rook takes on g4. Anand played knight from f to d2, attacking the rook, and the pawn is going to be taken for free. Rook to b4, h takes on g4, knight to e7, knight to f3, knight to d5. The knight is well placed on d5, maybe. Knight from b to d4, rook to f4, attacking the pawn on g4. How to defend the pawn? One more thing about this move. It is a headache for black to calculate moves when white knights are so close to black rooks. It's always possible to miss something in the calculations. Could this have happened to Mamedyarov? Knight to c2 attacking the rook on b4. Rook from b to e4. White to move. Should white save the pawn by playing g5? Or perhaps there is another move. Please pause and find the best move for white. Did you pause? Anand played another awesome move. A move that buried the game. And that is rook takes on d5. Kaboom. Pawn takes rook. Queen takes on d5. Schach. And Shakhriyar resigned. White's next move could be rook to d1. If rook to f7, then queen takes on e4. What else? If king goes to help the queen and the bishop, then one line goes like this. Rook to d1, king to e7, queen to d6, king to e8, e6. And if rook takes on e6, there is nothing better than rook takes on e6. Then what is defending the rook on f4? Queen takes rook on f4. Winning a piece. I guess we can stop here. After this victory, Viswanathan went north on the leaders' board, joining Magnus Carlsen in the first place. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.